The sum of $40,000 holds the potential to vanish from financial worry permanently. Yet the majority will never accept this because their entire perspective is reversed. They are convinced that liberty demands millions. They believe it hinges on discovering some brilliant investment or securing a job with a six-figure income. They imagine there is a secret known to the wealthy, guarded and never shared. None of this is accurate. What genuine financial independence actually demands is steering clear of a few critical errors, mistakes that are plain to everyone except those committing them. When I speak of vanishing, I am not referring to fabricating your demise or moving to a nation without extradition. I am describing something far more profound. Becoming unseen to the pressures that lock most people into lives of silent monetary struggle. Fading from the paycheck-to-paycheck dread that chains 90% of humanity to jobs they despise until they are too aged or too unwell to continue. Those who comprehend this live differently. They do not open their banking apps with a sense of foreboding. They do not perform mental arithmetic at the month's end to see if groceries are affordable. Their choices stem from genuine desire, not from grim necessity. And the curious part is that their edge does not originate from superior intellect or better fortune. It comes from grasping a handful of principles that the multitude consciously disregards. One of history's most accomplished investors expressed it this way: spend less than you earn. Always be saving something. Place it into a tax-advantaged account, and with time it will begin to accumulate into something meaningful. This is such fundamental wisdom. Observe what he did not say. He never mentioned hunting for the next explosive stock. A six-figure salary did not come up. Being a genius was not part of the equation. Spend less than you make. Put it somewhere. Wait, that was the entire instruction. The reason this counsel seems overly simplistic is because it is simple. The reason it sounds unhelpful is because you do not wish for it to be true. You crave complexity. You desire a shortcut. You long for a method that lets you bypass the waiting. There is no shortcut. The chasm between your current position and financial liberation is not a gap in knowledge. Behavior creates that chasm. Bridging it requires a precise understanding of which behaviors will ruin you and which will emancipate you. That is what we will explore. What would ensure you never attain financial independence? This method is called inversion. Instead of inquiring how to succeed, you ask how to fail. And instead of pondering what to do, you consider what to avoid. The logic behind this is beautiful. When you identify what guarantees failure and you simply decline to do those things, success becomes significantly more probable. A famed German mathematician, Carl Jacobi, used to advise, invert, always invert. An old rustic proverb states it another way: all I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there. The burial ground of financial aspirations is where we are headed now, and we are going to read the epitaphs. Tombstone 1, Consumer Debt. Maintaining a balance on credit cards with interest rates of 18, 20, or 24% is akin to running a race with your shoelaces knotted together. The mathematics at this level are merciless. A 20% interest rate causes debt to approximately double every 3.5 years. This means the $5,000 you owe today becomes $10,000 in under 4 years. If you do not pay it down, it becomes $20,000, then $40,000. Outpacing this is not possible. Out-earning it is not possible. Outsmarting it is not possible. The sole solution is to never incur it in the first place or to eradicate it with the same desperate intensity you would use to douse a kitchen fire. Tombstone 2, Lifestyle Inflation. This is the silent assassin. A pay raise arrives, and within 3 months your expenses have expanded to meet it. A larger apartment follows, then a nicer automobile, then somewhat pricier restaurants, then 2 additional streaming subscriptions. By the year's end, despite earning more than ever, you have saved nothing. A perceptive observation exists regarding this pattern. Wealthy individuals who construct extremely lavish houses often become less happy, not more. A simple house truly benefits you. A truly extravagant house is excellent for entertaining 100 guests at once, but it is a tremendously expensive undertaking, and it does not provide you with that much additional benefit. One investor I deeply admire lived in the same modest home for 70 years. It did not even have air conditioning. When friends inquired why, after amassing significant wealth, he did not upgrade. His response was that he deliberately chose not to live a life that would make him appear royal. Good character mattered more to him. Tombstone 3, The Three Destroyers. A saying exists among those who study financial ruin. 3 things reliably demolish people who would otherwise prosper. Historically, these were called ladies, liquor, and leverage. That phrasing is dated, so a modern translation is necessary. Costly romantic entanglements that drain both your finances and your judgment. Substance abuse of any kind that gradually impairs your decision-making capacity. And excessive debt, meaning leverage that magnifies your missteps until a minor error becomes a catastrophe. Any single one of these can take a $40,000 nest egg and reduce it to 0. 2 of them working in concert can place you in a pit so deep you will spend decades clambering out. All 3 together, and recovery may be impossible. Tombstone 4. Get-rich-quick schemes. An uncomfortable arithmetic lesson is forthcoming. Someone offers you an investment returning 30% annually, and you give them $10,000. After 10 years, you should have nearly $138,000. After 20 years, nearly $2 million. After 30 years, over $26 million. If this were real and widely accessible, everyone would be doing it. The mathematics would have become common knowledge by now. The returns promised by get-rich-quick schemes are carefully calibrated to be enticing enough to overwhelm your skepticism, but not so absurd that you instantly reject them. They are designed by people who understand your psychology better than you do. And that leads directly to the next chapter. A psychological shock exists from which most people never fully recover. You are not a rational being who occasionally makes emotional choices. You are an emotional being who occasionally makes rational choices.